The huge update video has dropped, and we've finally seen what the Bazaar will likely be when it launches. Today I'll be summarising everything we learnt in the huge update video and the gameplay stream from last week. I highly recommend you go and watch those afterwards if you have the time, but as per usual, if you don't have 4 to 5 hours to spare, I'm going to summarise it for you. So, let's jump into the current version of the Bazaar. The first major question I had going into this update was the answer to Reynad's supposed 300 IQ matchmaking system, and boy did he deliver. In the Bazaar, we will get infinite player lobbies, where we play against up to 12 different people as we play through the game. Every battle will be against a different opponent, just like you get in an online or paper draft or arena game. You play a match, get a choice of cards to edit your deck, and then play another match against a different player. And just like a draft mode, your run will end with either 10 wins or 3 losses. Now I know you really wanted that 1v1 Hearthstone clone, or the 8v8 auto battler in the theme of the Bazaar, but hear me out, or rather, hear Reynad out. In a 1v1, a loss can feel devastating. The lows are real low, and while the highs are high, when you commit a huge amount of time to play one, it can hurt. It also leaves you at the mercy of the other player during their turn. If they need to answer the door or respond to a family member bursting into their room, telling them to like and subscribe, then you're left waiting on the rope. Or if they are goddamn annoying and just want to rope you, then they can do that too. In the 8v8, everyone plays at once, which kind of eliminates these problems. You rarely come dead last, and if you did, then it didn't take the entire length of a game, so you can just re-queue. But now you're at the command of an even quicker turn time limit. When you have a lot of changes to be making to your composition, that can be deadly. One player might just be saving for interest and have to sit there for 35 seconds, while another player is re-rolling their entire board trying to come up with some crazy new strategy and ending up just failing. This is fixed by you going through the exploration phase outside of matchmaking. You visit all the merchants and special events, and then when you are ready to fight, you queue. And you watch out your live match against another player who was queuing with hopefully a current record of roughly the same as yours. So if you are 1 win and 2 losses through this run, you should queue into someone else with 1 win and 2 losses. And heck, maybe even knock them out. In the stream, he said that he really wasn't open to entertaining conversations about this sort of infinite matchmaking lobbies, as 99% of the criticism were just from these abstract ideals like losing counterplay and depth, which are largely just based in semantics anyway. What it does do is let them home in and focus entirely on the fun aspects of the game, which I'm very thankful for. I think this idea really does just work for the Bazaar. Each day you come into the Bazaar and you'll be surrounded by possibly infinite other competitors. It should help give you this feeling of endless competition, yet focus you in rather on the flavour of what your enemy is doing to the flavour of the world and the NPCs around you. The depth will be you coming up with your solid deck to take down anything in your path. The next huge change to come to this current build is the idea of item scaling and progression. In the previous builds, you would tend to find a certain build of items early on, and then rarely swap it out, at which point going to the Bazaar felt kinda useless. If you already own Tesla, why would you look into replacing it? Unless Tesla stopped growing when you owned it, and everything else in the market continued to grow. So the next time you come to the market, Tempo is now somehow worth more than Tesla. So you sell Tesla and buy Tempo. Weird analogy, but stay with me. Heroes and items now have a level, from 1 to 30. Merchants will offer you items equal to your level, and you level up once after each battle. That means, after your first couple of battles, you're level 3, and that level 1 item you bought at the start will have weaker stats from what the merchants offer you with their level 3 items. They're tweaking exactly how the stats change on items as they level up, and there are potentially even bigger level up rewards in the works, as they look to make this very impactful for all levels, but for the time being, just know that items do scale throughout the game to encourage you to swap them out. This should actually make it feel like every purchase is impactful, and if a player gets lucky with an incredible combo early on, it shouldn't be infinitely scalable. They should have to swap it out eventually. In a couple of months, as I hinted, one of the last things they are adding into the game will be a mechanic for item leveling. It is apparently going to look super sleek and very extra. Reynad sounded pretty hype about it in the stream, and I don't think he quite just meant what he alluded to in the video about Forger and her anvil. He alluded to there being maybe different stages of items. He actually likened it to Pokemon evolutions. So Squirtle, Wartortle, or Blastoise sort of thing. I doubt we're going to get that for all of the items in the game, but something pretty hype is coming in that regard. So keep an eye on it, and keep an eye on this channel, and I'm sure we'll let you know. Now, one thing I have harped on about consistently is immersion. Possibly because I'm an avid fan of RPGs and even tabletop ones. I've run 2 D&D campaigns for a long time now. Story is important to me. However, it wasn't something I thought I needed in a card game. But now I've seen what it can offer, I don't think I can go back. The Bazaar's exploration phase will now take part across a day. The exploration day is done in a single player-like environment, so you can take this at your own pace. It has 9 events, which currently consist of buying from merchants 6 times, battling a monster once, leveling up an item once, and lastly queuing for your PvP battle. Now, more events will be put in at a later date, but for now this is what we have. This day will feel a lot more like a roguelike deck builder. Think sort of Slay the Spire, with the PvP payoff at the end. Merchants still work like they did before, and monster battles are typically slightly easier encounters than your PvP battles that occur halfway through your day. They reward you with a choice of items, and give you a chance to test your current build. However, any damage you take against the monster will stay for your upcoming PvP battle, so be wary about taking too many chunks from them. The item upgrader will give 1 item, 1 level upgrade for free. You can then pay 2 gold to level another item up once, 4 gold for the next, and so on. Then, when your day is complete, you join the PvP matchmaking queue and watch your build compete with another player's, granting you either a win or a loss towards your run. This is a really smart adaptation to the game as far as I'm concerned. I can find myself burning out on card games at times, with it getting so repetitive. But this, along with other changes, really looks like they've innovated, and in this case from some of the most addictive games in the world, especially in the mobile world. Now, speaking of mobile, unlike the poor attempt Blizzard made to enter the market, the Bazaar is smartly placed to be cross-platform, and it already works. Reynad quickly played a game during stream. They've been designing a lot of the inputs of the game around mobile to make sure it feels smooth and intuitive. All of these updates are going to ensure that this will take auto battlers to the next level. Again, innovation. We are not sticking with the old, we are coming in with the new, and we're here to stay. This is going to make your game feel like an adventure while you compose your strategy. And I'm looking forward to it. I personally love these updates. This looks incredible. I think they've made smart decisions for the future of the game, and importantly so, for the future of the genre. But I understand many will have their doubts. However, let me quickly bring your attention to some other recent online card game news. Catering to the hardcore PC players didn't work out, as both Reynad and I especially know from Artifact. So yes, they are making sure the game actually has a future by ensuring it can work and be fun on any device. That doesn't mean they are removing depth or dumbing down the game, but rather designing it from a different and more intelligent perspective. As Reynad himself ended up repeating a lot during that stream, people have a lot of anchoring. They are so used to playing a certain way that innovation can turn them away from trying something interesting and new. Objectively, the Bazaar looks to be a great strategy game, powered by decisions you make on your own time. So give it a go, for fuck's sake. Now, don't forget, drop a like, comment and subscribe to let me know you find this content useful. And I'll keep churning out Bazaar videos until you consider me the one-stop shop for quick Bazaar news. Ciao.